And we are back. Took a long break to figure out the lag situation. I've also had a proper meal. And it seems like the lag situation is it started good, but now it's taking a dip. A huge dip. Hmm. I'm gonna give it a minute just to see how it performs. Alright, well, it's pretty awful. I'll be honest with you. Okay. It's very unstable. At least I'll go through this fight, so we could safely say we finished chapter 4. And then we'll end the stream here. So I'll push through. I've made my decision on which talent I should pick. I'm gonna go with this one. If we parry, we can use any of the warrior stuff for free, almost. Endure and whatnot. I think I'll go with carouse. Okay. And then on him, we can just go with fired up. Or camaraderie, why not? Okay, more demolition. After we finish her last quest and get her armor, I think it's a medium armor, so this will be later. Can guarantee a crit with him. Or even this. Okay, I've delayed this long enough. I think I'll just give him resolve. When he buffs, he gets more momentum. Coercion. We've picked all of the navigator stuff, so let's see if we missed anything interesting here. Just go with the more awareness, I guess. Okay. And that covers that. And the last Space Marine falls. Alright, I'm just going to remove the push to talk to make life easier for me. Alright. My victory was predestined, for you were outnumbered. You are a handful of fools who worship a dead fallacy. I have the Great Four on my side. May they revel in the blood that spills from the veins of heathens. Did you think that saying empty prayers to a withered husk could disrupt the course of my magic? For this sacrilege you will be purged harshly. You are late, Magnus. Your allies have fallen. Perhaps it is time to admit your defeat. If you do, I promise. No, I won't promise you anything. Whatever you choose, you will choose a slow and excruciating death. Grow as many eyes you want, Voidfear. I will gouge them all. Let's see. If you will be so insolent when I slit your throat and bathe your precious warrant in your blood. Alright. This will be tough. But I think my goal is to try to get an ult as fast as possible by sniping these units right here. So I'm gonna put Ulfar right here, slightly up the front. Oh. Something like this. Okay. Stacking them is probably not the best thing to do against this boss fight, because they do a lot of AoEs. However, we'll see how much we can get out of this.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Okay. We almost have an ult. Interesting.
Doubt is for the weak.
There we go. Then the last one.
I'll do it.
Alright, the camera is annoying in this map.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Alright. Now, our next officer should start. And, I'd rather buff my guy. So, something like this.
Nothing I can't do. Rejoice in service.
We burn ourselves.
Not be deterred.
Do this. Okay. Once per battle, the rogue trader. An ally for 1 round all of the target's weapon attacks. Okay. I'll save it.
I'll bring glory
Send him
to
in.
my bloodline.
Well, Ulfar will have to eat the damage.
Rejoice in service. In battle, oceans bleed. Actions will speak louder than words. The Emperor commands. Predator does not make our prey. This conflict means nothing. Fight like a bomb. And so shall it be done.
Not enough, but we could finish Void Fear.
Be deterred.
Okay. I'll do this. Alright.
Me,
Let's do all the buffs.
if you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Could weaken him.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servant.
Could even go for another ult. And that is that.
Death in colors.
And so shall it be done. Rejoice in service. In battle, oceans bleed.
Okay.
The Emperor commands. I will not be deterred. Your aim is nigh.
Okay.
Already done.
Give him more resolve.
Suits my purposes. All too easy. Nothing I can't do.
Hit him once. Put the Commissar debuff.
Nowhere to hide.
Okay. The ambience in this fight sucks, dude. Alright, I'm gonna debuff these guys. Do this. Put a few bounties. Claim this one. Okay. Do a single shot. Put a trap. He dodged it. He is on Ulfar though.
Don't frighten me!
God damn, nice. Alright,
That is foolishness. If I may,
can safely say that we
accustomed to being
have this in the bag, really. I expected it to be harder.
me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I say that often, don't I?
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, anyway. Okay. Run and gun. Cleave it this time. Eight stacks. Let's do this. Pascal and the officer are down. God damn, dude. Okay.
Let my fury rain down upon thee. Actions will speak louder than words. My enemies will be crushed.
Fortunately, we can't reach that one. Okay. Uralon staggers back from the blow. Your strikes have crumpled his blood-red armor, and his face bears a grimace of pain. He turns his mad eyes to avoid fear, who is thrashing in his own blood. Brother Twilight, the hour that was promised to you has come. The Edge of Daybreak grants you the honor of serving as his weapon. Be awed by your high destiny. What? Now? But I'm not ready. It's not what he promised. He said I would reign. Okay, phase 2. Uralon draws a blade shard shimmering with unnatural light. Ways change, brother Twilight, and nothing lasts in our Lord's hand. But you will reign indeed, as a vessel for your master. The blade cuts Void Sphere coat and chest open, sinking deep into his flesh and finding its way to his heart. The glyphs carved into his skin by his ruthless mentor begin to glow, so bright you can see them clearly through his clothes. Make way for an opponent who is worthy of my time. I am ready. Alright, let's go with this one. I hate you. It takes Voidsphere a colossal effort to force these final hateful words through his sliced windpipe. Kind of a stupid looking god, in a way, but it is what it is. The pernicious warp energy seep into his body, causing it to glow and flicker. With a mad cry of pain and exhalation, Conrad Voidsphere ceases to exist, and a mighty winged figure rises from his bloody remains. Edge of daybreak, I witness you. Uralon musters enough strength for a faint vengeful smile. Enter the forlorn halls of reality and claim them. I gave all that I had in your name. Hail the truth. His giant body goes limp, his face forever retaining a wicked expression of triumph. My imprisonment ends. I am made manifest. Rejoice, mortal witnesses, for I have come to lord over you. The daemon lets out a hoarse, cawing laugh. I told you that you would welcome my return to reality. For the Emperor and humanity, I shall cast you back to your unholy warp. You cannot fathom how pathetic and foolish your threat sounds, fleeting creature. I am an eternal mystery, while you are an evanescent spark. Fade away. Alright. These are pretty bad traumas. Is there a way to just control the sound of this ambient stuff? Maybe this? No, it's just as bad. Alright. Anyway, we shall position as such. It's been working so far, so stick to the strat. Alright. He goes first, and he has 10,500 health. Okay, it's gonna be a long fight.
If I may, isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Obviously, we're not gonna one-tap him or get an early ultimate, so... however, if we could just do... Wow. Most of my damage is insignificant. Maybe you should have started with Pascal. I'll do that on the other officer. So for now, I'm gonna debuff his armor.
Doubt is for the weak.
Claim a bounty, save this.
This is why I was chosen.
Okay. And here, shall do this. Doesn't stack, so one shot, two shot. Okay, skull is doing some damage. Very nice. Now with him exposed, we'll see what we could do. Okay, some frame rate dips. Oof. Okay, line up for me, babies. Good. Oof. Just gonna distribute some bounties. And the stream's lagging again, but it is what it is. It's out of my control, unfortunately.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. I will not.
It might kill them.
As
Maybe
the
not.
Emperor
We'll see.
commands, I act. This is why I was chosen.
Okay. Do this. Claim it. Very nice. Okay, we have an alt. He has 0 armor, 0 dodge. Okay. Could go for something like that, I guess. First, debuff the boss. Okay. And hopefully get another ult. Good. Distribute some bounties. Do a raid buff. Debuff him. Okay. Claim a bounty. Buff our next shot. Play a trap. Just do all the buffs. Okay. Now,
I'm not accustomed
we're gonna send our main guy. Before we're doing so,
to a job for the serfs,
obviously we want a buff.
if I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And in order to pull a dodge or anything against the boss, give him this. Okay.
In the name of House Orselli, I shall prevail.
Alright. Now, 1,
And so shall it be done.
2, 3.
Won't suffer this. Rejoice in service. Better crippled in body than corrupt in mind. The Emperor commands.
Do we already use this? Huh. We'll do this.
A vessel for the higher purpose. Already done.
Let's avoid using this so we don't die. I've already failed a few times doing that. So, we shall buff your damage. Give him
Nothing I can't do.
extra stuff. Give you extra stuff.
Accustomed to being ordered around.
From this angle, can we do some work? Okay.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. Another foe painted black. If I may, isn't this a job for the tribe to die with grace at least?
Another alt. Hold on. Who's missing stuff? She is.
All too easy. Nothing I can't do. Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do. Already done.
Okay. Let's give her a free turn.
Purposes.
Land the same shot.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay. Do one of these.
My time.
Okay. Go nuts. Okay.
I will not be deterred. The warring others can seek to defy us. Action, let this be a warning to all. So shall it be done.
Let's turn this on. Then,
Rejoice in service. The Emperor commands.
okay. Ulfar, finally.
Fear I see bite of death.
126. I think I'll save the ult actually. Okay. Back in action.
not be deterred.
No damage?
Your defiance is futile. Pain of this mortal flesh means nothing. Rejoice in service. I shall endure everything with unshakable faith.
Oof. Okay, free damage. Not gonna complain. He is hiding. Okay. Hmm.
I'll do it. This is chosen. Doubt is for the weak.
Slowly but surely. We'll get him. $450. Very nice. Okay.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Mm.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, well, I'll do one of these. Did 344. Another one.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
219. Ask him to reposition. Doesn't work. Okay.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And so it shall be done. The Emperor commands.
These ruby flashes are choking me.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
He's got decent stacks.
I don't have time for
Fine.
this.
I think we got this.
Suits my purposes. Already done.
Okay. Should have done this.
Not a problem for me.
I think I have the passive that generates more damage on that attack, but not sure. Kick in the butt. Oh, that would have been cool. Cleave it. Done. And that is that. Heretical stuff. Sadly, we can't use it. Gonna manually save. Just want to see how far behind the stream is. It's buffering quite a lot. Shame. Alright. Well. Let's continue looting. And then we'll just edit the stuff later. Just let the stream catch up later and edit it.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Report completion. Hello, can anyone hear me? We read you, Strike Team. This is Lift Control. Report your status. Uralon is dead. Acknowledged. Strike Team beginning the extraction of the priority cargo. A fine victory, Magnus. They will tell sagas about the day contemptible Uralon fell. The cock priest should offer you a fine cup of mjod for saving their prayer world. Thorvald nods at the two gaunt bodies in crimson robes lying on the floor. If he hadn't, Uralon would have bathed them in 100-fold more blood. As for you, Ever, okay, Ulfar, Thunderlung, you have proven yourself. The Stormbiters will tell all about your feat and your roaring song. I thank you, Thorvald. You and your brothers fought well. You did the wolves proud. It will be my joy to share a cup with you at the victory feast, Ironhide. If Opticon 22 were here, he would say that this victory has brought him pleasure along with 3 scores of synonyms for it. And that it has unlocked his jubilation functionality. He was a fine priest, and it's a shame to lose a comrade like him. He was a warrior at heart. So the All-Father granted him the highest warrior's honor, a glorious death in battle. We will drink to his memory at the feast so that the Iron Wolf may be merciful to his Benharic spirit. Unit Opticon 22 was a worthy representative of the explorators. On a conceptual level, he perceived martyrdom as equivalent to a definitive success in performing his function of serving the Omnissiah. Expressions of regret are inappropriate, for I estimate that in his final functional moments he experienced the highest form of pious exaltation. I see you and Ulfar have worked through your quarrels. It doesn't become noble warrior to bark at his battle comrade after a good fight. Ulfar Thunderlung has proven that the spirit of the baleful Howl is alive and strong. Then let the ravens fly where he has walked, and let them tear at the bloody harvest left in his wake. May Blackmane guide you through the black of night, Ironhide. Know that if your pack calls, the baleful Howl will always answer. How is your pack, Thorvald? What are your losses? Several of my brothers will carry on fighting their battles, and the Allfather's host. The rest have survived. We've shed much of our blood, but a wolf's hide is tough and his spirit is stubborn. Once you take us down, you better finish yourself. The Stormbiters live on this day and the next. What was hidden down there? what was the treasure that Urlon was after. I know not. Calcazar Carols did not allow anyone into the hidden arsenals. All we could see is them dragging crates up to the surface. It is the age-old way. We fight, they sweep up the spoils. We brought these from below. For all I know, it's his Carols that killed them to seal their lips. You see no signs of violence on the two women's bodies, but their porcelain white skin proves, without a doubt, that they are dead. Their hands are clutched together in a death grip. The sweet scent of rotten meat prickles my nostrils, but it is not the fallen bodies I smell. It's the hands of the Inquisitor's minions. It's what my instinct tells me too. My heart never had a strong faith in Calcazar's words before, but now, whatever phantom trust I had is scattering into smoke. We must ask questions and get the answers, by force, if that is the way it has to be. Both wolves affirmed the last words with energetic and murderous nod. Could try a tech check. Something strange occurred to the two women's augmetics. It is like they began to grow inside their flesh, spreading webs of metal around them. After taking a closer look, you realize that every augment seemed to have begun, mutating, developing new forms of functions, not envisioned by their creators. It seems probable that this is what caused their demise. Suddenly, you hear a click inside one of the tech priest's bodies, and her eyes open wide. A spasm shakes her gaunt limbs, making Thorvald clutch his weapon. Her lips twist into a crooked line, forcing out two words: the yoke. Curious. Get me a healer priest. We have a heavily wounded here. Thorvald roars his command into the vox, but there is no immediate response. Reconstruction, impossible. The woman's whisper is barely audible, but the weak voice that is coming from her pale lips still sounds more alive than the mechanical hiss of a vox. The shelter has fallen. The maimed hunter comes. Cessation of vital functions inevitable. Her eyes momentarily roll back, but then a metallic chur inside her chest brings her back to consciousness. Reading the unit's numeric signature, no evidence of corruption registering in the algorithms, detecting substantial logistical disruptions within the augments, threat level low. We can inspect the wounds. There is not a single wound upon her white skin, but there is no doubt that she will soon perish. Her augmetics are failing as if they were sabotaged by some entropic influence. For a moment you consider it a sign of the tech blight, but then you refute the thought. What you are witnessing is not decay, but transformation of the matter from which the tech priest's true flesh is made. What happened to you? A pained shadow falls on her face. The chapel was attacked. The preservation protocol commanded me to hide within the inner artifactorium and block all outside access to it. Prolonged presence in close proximity to the object was prohibited by the algorithm. But the prevention protocol had a higher priority. The object affected me. I resisted. Resistance led to structural change. What object? The yoke. The weapon we forged at the Lord Inquisitor's command, the destroyer of worlds. I need more details. How does it work? What even is this yoke? An enigma. The project was kept secret from everyone, including the smiths. We forged fragments of it. It was a tool for controlling energies of staggering power, and it was not the amnesized blessed gifts that served as its foundation. It was forbidden knowledge, knowledge that we comprehended. Profanity register. We continued the work of our mentor, Archmagus Amarant. It was his wisdom that made our toils possible. What else do you know about this weapon? How did Calcazar learn of it? Against whom does he intend to use it? Against anyone. Its power is absolute. The first experiments with this tech relic were calamitous. The tech blight is merely its echo. Its potential is so much greater. She stops as if frightened by her own words. It never should have fallen into the hands of the laity, but the Lord Inquisitor stole it. Its secret was procured beyond the dimensional gate, beneath the dark stars, and passed over to Amarant. Calcazar destroyed the Messiah of discontinuing and robbed him, and claimed the secret for himself. He knows. She pointed at Thorvald. He was there. Thorvald glances at you in shame. She speaks no lies. The first task the Inquisitor gave us in the Expanse was to destroy the cult of tech heretics. The deed was done. This Amarnat, was he a good priest? Did Calcazar drag us into something foul? Ulfar looks away and rumbles heavily. I was there too. I fought those judged by the Calcazar. Pascal's vox sounds as if a hot metal string just snapped inside. This unit is waiting for an explanation. So the space wolves were somehow incriminated into this mess. Let's see. Yeah. What else do the wolves know about Amarnat? Thorvald throws up his hands. Nothing. I swear on my honor. He disappeared. And so did his ship. There is no blood of his upon our hands. Ulfar, what did you keep quiet about this? Ulfar mutters, his expression as dark as a storm cloud. There wasn't my interest. There was another's will, and it's the chapter's matter. I've already told you more about the wolves than many of my brothers would have said in my place. I have no right to judge you, but Pascal has. Pascal utters coldly. Unit Ulfar claims that he was a tool in another's hand. This statement has been archived. Then let every tool be treated as befits its function. Ulfar responds quietly and sullenly. You are a worthy ally. I never meant you or your brother in harm, Cog Priest. As befits its function. That sounds like a threat. And what do you know about the secret weapon? I never even knew there was a weapon. I was told of traitors and I tracked them down. I claimed no trophies. I had no part in any dark intrigues. You'd think I would have wished that sneaky, scheming viper to get his hands on something so powerful. I wouldn't even trust him with my axe. Why did Calcazar need you to do it? At first, he tried to do everything swiftly and quietly, but his agents, the cock-priests loyal to him, failed to capture the leader of the tech heretics. That's when he realized he needed indestructible warriors. He needed us. The cock-carrols were powerless against the wolves' might, and we brought carnage to the explorative ships and worlds. You were wrong to obey Calcazar. He used you to commit a dark deed. My instinct tells me as much. Thorvald grits his teeth, his face growing grim, until it resembles an emotionless stone statue depicting an ancient deity of storms and thunder. How exactly did the object affect you? A difficult thing to explain to a layman. Metamorphosis phenomena occur in the object's vicinity. Sacred technology and even ordinary plasteel start to behave willfully, shifting, reconstructing, and altering their fundamental attributes. Imagine yourself gazing upon a surface of water that was disrupted by a stone an era ago, but the ripples never stopped coming. That's what it felt like. The object propagated echoes of change. Her true flesh has betrayed her and become a heavy burden of metal within her body, something that is not of the Messiah's design, something devoid of function. Pascal speaks the last words with audible disgust and sorrow. Why are you revealing Calcazar's secrets to me? I was never his servant, I was forced to serve. When our circle was broken, he offered me a choice, submit or die. He threatened to kill half of me if I refused to forge for him. He needed Archmagus Amernat's knowledge, and I had it. I saw no sense in resisting. You betrayed him too. Yes, her agreement comes easily with a weak smile. Ethics are an insubstantial construct of emotion. I acted logically. I continued to comprehend rather than terminate my vital functions. I doubt I can learn more from you. It's difficult to process. Have I fulfilled my duty to the Omnissiah? May I rest now? She looks through you like she can no longer see you. You are in need of help. Attempts to slow down the degradation process are irrational, for they prolong my suffering. I wish to cease to be. Her eyes close. Brother, take my thoughts. I kept them. Keep them now. Her final words are a faint whisper. Knowledge will not fall into oblivion. Taking great care not to ruin the tech priest's features, Pascal reverently extracts the neural cogitator from her skull, then does the same to her sister. The quest for knowledge is the Omnissiah's mission to us. Thorvald, did you understand what is happening here? Something foul. The Inquisitor seeks to use us to obtain a mighty weapon, and that he kept this design even from us. The All-Father's warrior sows suspicion in my heart. Does he keep his lips sealed because he knows that we won't support his game? Does the worm of treason lurk within his mind? Send a Voxcast to the ship. Stop the loading. I will inspect the trophies personally. All you hear in response is wheezing static. Shara, that conniving spittle. She silenced our Vox voices. Thorvald tries to revive his caster to no avail. By the time we get back to the surface, the Inquisitor's mutts will be gone with their prize. Okay. Honor the fallen tech priests. Deus Mechanicus accepts their souls. May the wolf that stalks between stars keep their departed souls. And with that, we are done. We have to go back to Footfall and demand answers. So